2? I'm not sure. Yes, we do have a lot of room to work with. Hey, we finally struck some rock. Look at that. So you can see the ground changed. So here it's peat, 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 and here it's dolomite. Dolomite is actual stone, and they've left some boulders behind. So that's really good, because you need this stone to actually build quite a few things down the road. So at this point, our dwarves up here have finished chopping down quite a few trees and picking quite a few herb bushes. So that's good, and we will very shortly start to do something with that. So, okay, they are done all their digging. Now, what are we going to do with these rooms? Well, I'm going to build a workshop. And what kind of workshop? I'm going to build, first of all, a... you know, this is not... Let's dig another room over here, just for kicks. Oops. We're going to build a 6x6 room. That way we get some nice sort of 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That should be much, much nicer. And you will see the method behind my madness briefly. Dig, 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 dig. So yeah, so we're digging into stone again here. In fact, your fortress will ultimately be littered with these boulders all over the place until they eventually get used for something. And frankly, you'll never use them all. So there's always going to be a certain amount of litter, and you're going to have to live with that. If you really, really want to clean it up, you can. So, okay, build workshop, build carpenter's workshop. So I'm going to build a carpenter's workshop here. And when I choose to build my carpenter's workshop, I choose a material to build it with, which can be logs or it can be rock. Right now I've got dolomite as the stone that I've got. And I'm going to use the dolomite because you get like infinite amounts of rock, and wood you end up using pretty aggressively, so you sort of don't want to use it for stupid stuff. You don't have to worry too badly, but... So that's one. The other thing I'm going to build is a workshop, and we are going to build a still. Still, very important. We need to make some booze. Get started on that ASAP. So that's good. And so very shortly, yeah, my carpenter is going to come in here, and my brewer are going to come in here, and they're going to set up their shop. In fact, the first, and you can see he's moving the stone. He's taking the stone out of where the shop is supposed to be to make room for it. So that was the brewer who just come in and set that up. And now the carpenter is going to come in and set that up. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a couple of stockpiles indoors. These are going to be more or less temporary, but we are going to set up a food stock... Oops, I'm doing that wrong. Stockpile. Set up a pile for food. There we go. I'm going to put one of that right here. And we're going to set up a furniture stockpile right in here. Next to, so I've got my still and I've got my carpenter's shop. So they've got stockpiles right next to them. And in fact, if I don't do anything, you're going to see a whole bunch of dwarves run in here carrying stuff from where the wagon was. And they're going to be dropping it in the appropriate stockpile. So furniture includes, we've got buckets, we've got bags, we got the anvil, so that's good. Now, I'm going to hit Q, which is my set building task preferences. I'm going to choose my carpenter's workshop, and I'm going to make some beds, because my dwarves are going to want to sleep somewhere, and right now they're stuck to sleeping, well, on the floor somewhere, perhaps even outside in the rain, so that's no good. Actually, no, let me scratch that. First thing we're going to do is make some barrels. We're going to make, say, 5 barrels, and then I'm going to go up to the still and start brewing drinks. We're going to set up 5 drinks here. Each drink we produce will need to be in a barrel. Now, of course, a barrel full of drink has many, many servings. But so those two things need to go together. You need to create barrels, you need to create alcohol, and then the alcohol goes in the barrels, and then all the dwarves will be incredibly, incredibly happy. And there they go, shipping stuff back and forth. In fact, I bet you this guy is drinking, if I'm not mistaken. That barrel has booze in it, probably. He's done there. Wish I can zoom in these guys, but they're being pretty industrious. I've got 0 people idling right now. So, and let me show you one of these guys. So I'm going to zoom in on this particular dude here, and you can see in the right-hand pane some information about him. You can see his skills. He is a talented miner, adequate engraver. He's building designer, organizer, record keeper. So this is Rife. And his current job is in blue right there, which is store item and stockpile. He doesn't have any mining or anything to do right now, so these guys have been set, and I can show you in the labor preferences here, all the jobs they have been assigned to do, and you can see hauling is highlighted, and he is assigned the job of hauling anything that comes up. He will do those jobs. He'll also do mining, and he will do some stoneworking jobs. So he'll do stone detailing, but not masonry because he doesn't have that skill. Now, I can change it. I can enable masonry on him, in which case he will start doing that quite happily. He may not be as good as you know, someone who's actually got the skill, but he'll learn it pretty quick. So anyway, they don't have jobs to do right now, so they're quite happily just doing their hauling job. Although I would really like it if they were to start, say, brewing and making barrels, which will happen pretty quickly. All right, so we may as well just keep digging. And in fact, rather than continue to dig this tunnel this way, I'm going to start building some stairs. Oh, in red here, down here, I see the message. My brewer, Ultimidman, has canceled the job brew drink because he needs empty barrels first. So yeah, the carpenter's going to have to make his barrels before we can start brewing drinks. And the carpenter, who is he? A woodworker. He's got no job. Why isn't he building? Confused. Make me barrels. Oh, there we go. He's finally doing it. I guess he was in love with those hauling jobs. He may have still been chopping wood, too. The order they do stuff in, I don't know if they're based on anything, but it may be. So he's going to start making those barrels now. Okay, so back to my miners. I'm going to have them create a downward stairway right here. In fact, I'm going to have them do 3 of them. You can't see the middle one because there's a boulder there. You can have multiple objects in one square, in which case it'll tend to cycle through and show you what they all are. There we go. So you can see I've got 3 stairs there. The middle one's blinking because there's also a boulder there, so it's just cycling through all the items in that tile. Now, I think, yeah, we've got 1 barrel created now, so add job, brew drink, get started on that. Voila. Now, if I go down 1 level, it needs empty barrel, but there is one, unless it hasn't been hauled somewhere yet. I'm very confused. All right, I'll worry about it later. So I'm going to go down 1 level, and you can see right where the stairs are, there's a block of 3 tiles exposed there. Now, they haven't been dug out yet, but I can see them. Like, you know, my dwarves can stand on the stairs, look down, and see rock there. So what am I going to do with this? Well, I'm going to build some more stairs. Now, I'm going to tell them to build an up-down stairway. And as soon as they get that done, it'll be possible for the dwarves to come from the top level and go down to this level. And at the same time, 1 level lower, we've again exposed the rock. So I'm going to continue to build these up-down stairways because I want to delve deeper and deeper into the stone. You can see them revealing things in this level. There we go. I'm going to build another up-down stairway. And that'll maybe be done for now. I think I'll put out some exploratory tunnels. We are deep enough that we are, almost completely under the mountain everywhere. Not everywhere, but pretty close. So, and then I'm going to tell my miners just to sort of mine in every direction. And we will see what we see. Hopefully we find some cool minerals, maybe some gold or hematite. Hematite is nice. It's got iron in it, so once you smelt the hematite, you actually get some iron bars. We will get to all that later. So that'll keep my miners busy for a tiny little bit, and let us go up back here. So hopefully we got some empty barrels now. I know he's still bitching. Brew beer. We need beer. We need lots of beer. And you keep building barrels. Get a good collection of them. Not that we are short on booze. If I look here, I've got maybe around 50 drink. You can see there's actually a question mark. The drink is in the bottom left corner there, and it's in yellow. A question mark because I don't have a bookkeeper, so I don't know exactly how much I've got of anything. Actually, this is a good time for me to need empty barrel. What the fuck are they storing in these barrels? I'm very confused. Pine barrel. Yeah, there's a barrel right there. Maybe they're using the barrels for something else. Maybe he's brewing a drink and then stopping. No, he's immediately crapping out on it. I'm so wigged out. Okay, I'm going to build, just temporarily then, another furniture storage. I'm just going to store furniture in the hallway. Just, you know, just on the off chance that there's something weird going on with the amount of space they've got or something like that. These are going to be just temporary storages out here. And they can go to work with that.